Welcome back to Nation of Glory. Today we bring you the unforgettable journey of one of the greatest musicians in history, a man whose melodies shaped generations, whose voice crossed borders, and whose songs remain timeless treasures of humanity. This is the story of Sir James Paul McCartney, a boy from Liverpool who grew up to become a living legend, a cultural icon, and a symbol of musical brilliance. Paul McCartney's life is not just about fame and fortune, it is about dreams, resilience, and the power of creativity. Born on June 18, 1942, in Liverpool, England, Paul grew up during a time when the world was recovering from the devastation of war. His childhood was not filled with luxury. His father, Jim McCartney, was a cotton salesman and a trumpet player in a local jazz band. His mother, Mary, was a nurse and midwife. They were a working-class family, bound together by love, music, and simple values. Paul's early years were shaped by music. His father played the piano and trumpet, and young Paul listened intently. But tragedy struck when he was just 14. His mother died of breast cancer, leaving a void that never truly healed. This loss deeply affected Paul, but it also gave him a source of emotional depth that later poured into his songwriting. One day, fate introduced him to a boy named John Lennon. Both were teenagers with guitars in hand and a hunger for music in their hearts. Paul impressed John with his ability to tune a guitar and play chords with ease. That meeting became the spark that lit the fire of the Beatles, the band that would go on to redefine the music world forever. The Beatles were not just a band. They were a revolution. With Paul on bass and piano, John on rhythm guitar, George Harrison on lead guitar, and Ringo Starr on drums, they created a sound the world had never heard before. Paul's talent for melodies was unmatched. He wrote and co-wrote songs that still echo today, Hey Jude, Yesterday, Let It Be, and countless others. His voice could move from tender ballads to powerful rock with effortless grace. The Beatles were young men from Liverpool, yet their music traveled across oceans. They became the voice of a generation, singing about love, hope, and peace during times of change and uncertainty. From the frenzy of Beatlemania to their groundbreaking albums, like Sgt. Pepper's, Lonely Hearts Club Band, and Abbey Road, Paul McCartney stood at the center, shaping melodies that continue to inspire. But fame came with challenges. The Beatles' rise was meteoric, and the pressures were immense. By 1970, the band broke apart, leaving fans heartbroken. For Paul, it was a painful ending, but also the beginning of a new chapter. Instead of fading away, he built a new path. He formed the band Wings with his wife Linda McCartney, and together they produced hits like Band on the Run and Live and Let Die. His ability to reinvent himself proved his genius went far beyond the Beatles. Paul's love story with Linda was one of the most enduring aspects of his life. They married in 1969, and for decades they shared music, family, and creativity. Linda was not just his partner in life, but also in art. Their bond gave Paul stability and strength, even when critics doubted his post-Beatles career. When Linda passed away in 1998 after a battle with cancer, Paul once again faced heartbreak. But he continued to honor her memory through his music and by advocating for animal rights and vegetarianism, causes Linda was passionate about. Throughout the years, Paul McCartney never stopped performing. His concerts became legendary experiences, uniting fans of all ages. People who grew up with the Beatles brought their children and grandchildren to hear him sing the same songs that once defined their youth. Whether it was a massive stadium filled with thousands of voices singing Hey Jude together, or a quiet performance where every note felt like a personal gift, Paul's music remained a unifying force. His journey also carried him into recognition far beyond music. In 1997, he was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II, becoming Sir Paul McCartney. This was not just an honor for him, but a recognition of the cultural and emotional impact he had on the world. From humble beginnings in Liverpool to receiving the highest honors of his nation, Paul's life embodied the magic of dreams coming true. Paul McCartney's genius lies not only in his melodies, but also in his humanity. He has always been an artist with a heart, a man who used his gift to connect with people. His songs about love, longing, and hope resonate because they come from real experiences. From the pain of losing his mother to the joy of falling in love, Paul turned his life into music that speaks to us all. Even today, as decades pass, Paul remains a living legend. Younger generations continue to discover his music, and his influence can be heard in countless artists around the world. He stands as proof that true art never fades. It only grows stronger with time. Paul's story is about more than success. It is about resilience. It is about never giving up, even when the world changes. It is about the courage to keep creating, to keep singing, and to keep sharing love through music. He reminds us that no matter where we come from, we can touch the hearts of millions if we believe in our dreams. So, as we remember the incredible life and career of Sir Paul McCartney, we celebrate not just a musician, but a storyteller, a dreamer, and a man who gave the world a soundtrack to live by. From Liverpool to the world stage, his melodies will echo forever. Thanks for watching this story on Nation of Glory. Don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring journeys of legends who shaped our world.